So hello, this is Russell Faust again, and I am privileged to have with us today Minou Jones, who has many talents. She's the chair of the Detroit, Wayne, Oakland Tobacco-Free Coalition, so we share some goals there. She's also CEO and founder of Making It Count Community Development Corp, so educating Detroit on effects of menthol and other flavored tobacco products. And first off, Minou, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know that I adore you and your goals, your cause. We share so many. And first off, tell me a little bit about Making It Count Foundation and exactly what you're doing and why.
Making It Count has been my mantra since I was very young, of course. We've all experienced challenges, loss, life lessons. And in those difficult times, my mantra was always, let me make this count for something. What can I get out of it? What can I bring back? And so in 2020, I started my nonprofit organization, Making It Count, and it's really geared towards providing opportunities for people, whether they are professionals, people with lived experiences, or people with just a heart to give back, to lend their talents and experiences to make a difference in improving health equity. And of course, for me, health equity means making sure that everybody gets what they need according to their needs so that they can be as healthy as possible. And everybody has a role in that, right? It's not just a doctor's role. We play a role in it. The legislature plays a role in it, and the community as a whole, right? It takes a village, and so it's about that.
Absolutely. Good for you, and thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your activity in the Tobacco-Free Coalition and coalition about what are your goals and why?
Yeah, so the Detroit, Wayne, Oakland Tobacco-Free Coalition has over 100 members, individuals, state and national partners, but it's really about ending the addiction to nicotine and tobacco. It's a huge public health issue, right? We lose 62,000 Michiganders each year.
Yes.
African Americans are disproportionately impacted. We lose 45,000 Black lives each year. It is the number one killer of Black people, and it's personal. Right, I lost my father to COPD and emphysema back in November. I know his story. I know that he started smoking cigarettes as a newspaper boy,
yeah.
Right, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So, we know that the tobacco industry has maliciously targeted underserved populations, and youth are of particular interest to them because most smokers start when they are kids.
And they're losing generations.
Mm-hmm.
There's attrition. People are either dying out
Yep.
or they're coming to their senses and quitting.
Mm-hmm.
There are more tools available now to quit, and so they need to ensure their future profits.
They care about their profits, not about people.
Of course.
And it's heinous.
It's criminal.
I look at them as being the tobacco cartel.
Yeah.
It's the only product that legally, when used as intended,
Yes.
will kill
Will
you.
And it's well documented. This is not speculation.
Yeah. So, we share in that, and I'm just so happy that I have you as a partner in this fight, because it's a fight for the long haul. We know that.
It is, yeah. So first, let me thank you again for being here. This is a Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're taking, time out from your life to come and do this. And I know you have visited the Detroit Cancer Screening Initiative meeting of the Board of Directors.
Yes.
And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the inequity, why that exists, how strong that inequity is, especially for Black and brown men, but women are catching up.
I'm excited about the work that you all do. First and foremost, my uncle, Dr. Calvin Trent, was a huge fighter on substance abuse prevention, recovery, treatment, mental health, and tobacco. He found out that he had stage 4 lung cancer in the emergency room and died a month later.
Yeah.
He was someone who was always promoting Black men's health. and the importance of early detection, early screening. He went to the doctors, but what I love about what you're doing, right, and why I want to make sure that I'm involved is we have resources, right?
Oh, yeah.
But people don't know about the resources, and we need to make sure that we do a better job of empowering people to advocate for themselves, to ask for those screenings,
Absolutely.
to advocate for their own health. It's critical, especially when you're talking about cancer, right? Early detection.
As you just described, the majority of Black and brown people who are diagnosed at stage 3 or 4. They cannot be saved at that point.
Yeah.
We can prolong their lives, but we can't save their lives. If we can diagnose at stage 1 and 2, we can make a difference.
Yeah.
And the data suggests that we can improve, we can save 25% more of those people. That's huge.
Huge.
If anybody in any field of medicine could push a button and save 25% more people, of course they would do it. And this is an easy thing to do. It doesn't require a general anesthetic. It doesn't require any kind of preparation. It's a low dose screening CT, and we can detect those early on.
Yeah.
So.
And we know that, Black and brown communities are disproportionately impacted by tobacco disparities and with cancer. So, it seems like a no-brainer to have this screening available because we are at such high risk. So I'm excited, and of course, anything that I can do to help push and promote this initiative and get others to join in, I'm happy to do that.
And we thank you for that. Tell me about flavored tobaccos.
So, back in 2009, the FDA got authority to regulate the manufacture, sale, and distribution of all tobacco products, and almost instantly, flavored cigarettes, most people might not know that there were flavored cigarettes on the market. They were banned, gone, taken off the market. Menthol was not removed, and it is a flavor, right?
Yep.
This was 2009. 2010 is when the U.S. Surgeon General said that youth vaping was an epidemic.
Oh, yeah.
Today we have over 4,000 flavors. I don't know of 4,000 flavors in the grocery store. And these devices that they are marketing in, they look like highlighter pens. They look like hoodies, and the kids are, inhaling.
Look like Pez dispensers.
Yeah, I mean,
Look like candy.
All of these different products. Flavors target kids.
Yeah.
They are enticing kids. If you talk to any adult smoker that has been smoking for years, they have their brand. They aren't looking for a new brand. They aren't looking for a new flavor, right? Flavors are meant to lure in
kids.
new customers, kids.
There have been clinical trials, clinical studies that suggest quitting mentholated cigarettes is much, much more difficult, much more addicting than unflavored.
Yeah.
So that's a huge problem. So tell us about the bills.
Yeah, so, some time ago, Governor Whitmer used her executive orders to ban all flavors, right? And that didn't stick.
Right.
But we know that by banning flavors that we can curtail youth use, right? And so the package of bills would require tobacco retailer licensing. There are no tobacco retailer licensing laws in Michigan, which means that you need a license to get your hair done.
Sure.
You need a license to go fishing. You don't need a license to sell this deadly product. And without a license, there is not that much of a hammer for retailers who, and it's hard to keep track of how many retailers there are who sell products. So tobacco retailer licensing. Removal of PUP penalties. So that's possession use penalties that really unfairly and unjustly target a youth as a consumer. We don't want to penalize
No.
kids for being addicted to this product, right? The focus should be on cessation and helping kids, making sure that they don't have access to it in the first place through retailers. So removal of pup penalties. We want a tax on e-cigarettes. We want a ban on all flavored tobacco products.
Please.
You know, we know that it's going to save lives. And then there's preemption. So if you didn't know, 30 years ago, on Christmas Eve, 1993, at 4 a.m., this is documented, there is in newspaper articles, 4 a.m., preemption was slipped into Michigan's law. And it put a freeze on local municipalities being able to pass laws that are more stringent than the state law with regard to tobacco. So you got communities like Benton-Hurst,
Their hands are tied.
Detroit, Flint,
Yeah.
you know, their hands are tied. Local communities know what local communities need. They need to have the power to protect the health of their community, especially most vulnerable populations. So we want to repeal preemption. If the state legislator is not going to do what it's supposed to do and ban all flavors, give the power to the people. Let them make the decisions locally. And we know that nationwide there are over 300 municipalities that have passed flavor restrictions. Michigan has an F right now in tobacco control.
Yeah.
Passing these packages, passing these bills will propel us to have better health for our residents. That's pure Michigan for me.
Absolutely. Anything else, Minou?
Thank you again for just being a partner, for lending your resources and expertise.
No, Minou, we're grateful to have partners like you. And thanks for all you're doing with the coalition.
Thank you.
And thanks for taking a bit of your Saturday morning to come visit.
If I can just say one last thing.
Please.
If you're watching this, please visit our website for more
you.
information, www.stopflavors.org.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks again.